Hello guys, my name is Julio Foppoli and I want you to speak Spanish like a pro. Lección 1.3. In our previous video, we saw the whole alphabet, but knowing how to pronounce each letter individually does not mean that you can pronounce a word. In this lesson, we are going to learn how the individual letters sound out in words. In this video, we are going to focus on those letters that have the sound A and E. A. Vowels in Spanish, that is to say A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, they always sound exactly the same within the word. So A will always sound A. Ana, casa, mamá. Ana, casa, mamá. H in Spanish is pronounced H. However, when we try to sound out in a word, it's mute, so we just don't say it. So we wouldn't say hola, as you know, we say hola. It's as if the H is not there. Hola. Holanda. Ahora. And don't worry if just now you don't understand the meanings of these words. We'll learn all of this. What we want to do right now is to get a solid foundation on how to pronounce Spanish words. J is J in Spanish, but within a word it sounds kind of like the H in English, but stronger. Julio, that's my name. Bajo. Hijo. K is K, and it sounds K. Kilo. Kilómetro. Karate. Z in Spanish is Zeta in Latin America, but in Spain they would say theta with a th, like in English when you say think. In Latin America it's more like an S, zeta. So we say zapato, zorro, buzón. Now all the letters that we're going to see here have the sound A in them. For example, B. In Spanish, B and V are pronounced exactly the same way, B. Now if we need to distinguish them, in Spanish we would say B larga. Larga means like long, kind of like we say something like long B. I don't know why long, but that's the way we say it. B larga. And B sounds like B. Bonito. Bueno. Trabajo. C is C. Letter C can be a little bit tricky. It can have different pronunciations. When followed by A, O, or U, it sounds like K, like Ka, Ko, Ku. For example, casa, cosa, cuando. However, when followed by E and E, when followed by E and I, it sounds like an S. For example, cenar, cien, Cecilia. People in Spain pronounce this, they don't pronounce it like an S, but they pronounce it more like a th. Cenar, cien, Cecilia. CH, we saw that the H is mute, but when combined with CH, it sounds like ch, coche, chica, charla. D, Daniela, verdad, duda. E, as all vowels, will always sound E. They just retain their individual sound. No matter how we combine them, they will always sound the same. Teléfono, ver, parte, and some more letters. G. G is a tricky one. It's probably one of the trickiest ones. This letter sounds like the letter G in the word go in English, for example, when combined with ga, go, gu. It's not exactly the same sound quality, but it's kind of close. For example, gata, gota, guante. So when followed by A, O, or U, it will sound like G, gata, gota, guante. When the G is followed by U, E, or U, I, the U is mute. For example, alguien. So it's as if the U is not there, alguien, but we keep the sound G. Guerra. Seguir. But even in this combination, if you notice that the U has these two little dots on top, this is called diéresis, by the way. So if it has these two little dots on top, it means that the U is pronounced here. So in this case, I would say bilingüe. The U retains its own sound. Desagüe. Pingüino. Now, if you find this confusing, don't worry much. There's a very limited number of words in Spanish that has actually diéresis, that has these two little dots, to the point in which I teach Spanish for a living and I don't even know how to find this letter in my keyboard, in my Spanish keyboard. So that will give you an idea of how frequent this is. There are, of course, words like this, but they are so rare that I would suggest not wasting any mental energy on this right now. It's just for you to know that this does exist. So letter G, within a word, sounds like the H in hot, for example, when followed by E and E. For example, gente, gimnasio, página. P. P is very straightforward. It sounds kind of like the P in English, but notice that the P in English, when you say P, it has some sort of explosion. It's called plosive, because when people say it, it's very strong. P, P. Well, in Spanish, it doesn't have that little explosion at the end. So I wouldn't say papa, I would say papa, papa. Pan. I wouldn't say pa, I wouldn't say that. Pan, pan, pan. Persona, persona. Something similar happens with T in English. T. It has this sort of explosion. In Spanish it doesn't. T. Cultura. Actividad. También. B. As I told you earlier, remember, V in Spanish, it's not pronounced V. So we just pronounce it the same as B. How do we tell them apart? Well, if we need to identify, okay, I'm spelling out this word, and I need to let you know that it's this one, that it's a V instead of B, what we say is B corta. Now, this is not the usual way of spelling out the word. We would just go with B, but if we need to clarify, that's how we say it. B corta. This is used in Latin America. In Spain, they don't say B to begin with, they say V. So this avoids any confusion. So if you want to say V in Spain, it's just V. So you don't need to specify it's corta, larga, that's fine. And this is avance, ver, efectivo. Again, I wouldn't say efectivo, ver. I wouldn't say that. Avance, ver, efectivo. And the W, in Latin America, in some countries they say U, literally U, W. And in Spain they say W. This letter sounds like U. Walter, Walter, Walter. Waterpolo, what. And although W is a letter in the Spanish alphabet, we don't have many Spanish words with this letter. And now a little exercise. You may be wondering, well, why exercise 3? Well, this is part of a longer lesson, as you see, that has to do with vowels and consonants and the alphabet in general. So in our previous videos, we worked on exercises 1 and 2. Well, this is exercise 3. I'm going to give you a moment to prepare these words, try to say them out loud, and then we're going to check them together. This is a good time to pause the video until you're ready. Ready? Okay, so I'll show you the word, say it out loud, and then listen to me and check whether what you said was right or not. Bar. Kiosco. Penélope. Notice this thing on top. Most people call it acento, acento. Technically, this is not acento, this is tilde. But well, for practical purposes, I mean, it's fine. I mean, just go with that. This means that this part of the word is stronger. I mean, the emphasis in pronunciation, when we say the word, falls here. So I would say Penélope, Penélope. Diario. remember that each individual vowel retains its own individual sound when combined, so it wouldn't change at all. E, this is always E, this is always A, I, O. Diario. Chicos. Gerente. Remember that G-E or G-I, G-E, G-I sounds like the H in English. A little bit stronger, but kind of like that. Hotel. Remember that the H is mute in Spanish. Hotel. Gigante. Remember, G-I, G-I, it sounds like the H in English. He, but G-A, that sounds like G, G. Gigante, gigante. Guía. Remember, G-U-E or G-U-I sounds like G, G. Guía, guía. Ghetto. G-U-E, G-U-E, that's G, G. Zumba, or someone from Spain would say Zumba, Zumba. Verónica, Verónica. If you're inclined to say Verónica, just don't do that. Verónica. Waldo. Helado. And now we'll do exercise 4, same exercise. You'll have 3 to 5 seconds to say the word out loud, then I'm going to say the word and you can check whether what you said was right or not. Let's get started. Gustavo. Paraguas. Paraguas. Chiste. Walter. Verano. Huerta. Remember, the H is mute. Guiso. Pingüino. Remember, these 2 little dots, diéresis, this means that the U is pronounced in this combination. Zen or zen. Gorra. Then we'll see that this double R is strong, so don't worry if you didn't get it right this time. Gorra. Waffle. Waffle. Vergüenza. Vergüenza. And that's all for today, guys. In the next video, we're going to continue to learn how to pronounce the next set of letters from the alphabet within words. If you like this video, please help me out by liking it and subscribing and sharing it with as many people as you can. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. I'll see you in our next lesson.